Am I the a-hole for defending my son, 15 male, after he hit his teacher? Earlier this week, my wife and I were told to come to school immediately because our son Adam hit his teacher. This was very shocking to us as we had never had any problems with him. In fact, I'd say we have done a great job raising him until now. At schools, we were always praised for how well he behaved, how many friends he had, how everyone thought he was calm and nice. Meanwhile, on Monday, the moment we entered school, things were strange. First, as soon as we saw Adam and wanted to talk to him, his other teacher pulled us away and immediately ordered us into the principal's office. We weren't allowed to exchange a single word. Then they immediately started telling us about the suspension and that the med teacher was at the nurse's office and that it was unclear what other consequences would be. It just seemed really strange to me. No one gave us any context, any timeline or events. So I started asking questions. What happened? Why? When? The answers were still unclear. They said during class, he hit the teacher, there was blood. They didn't want to say why or what started the whole incident, so I told them I wanted to see the recording of the entire incident. Classrooms are monitored, and I wanted to talk to my son, and without these things, I would not sign anything or get involved any further. Things got even weirder because the principal and the teacher acted as if they hadn't expected such words. They basically tried to tell me I had no right to leave the office and talk to my son without signing and agreeing the suspension letter and a whole other load of nonsense. My wife asked me to calm down, but I kept pressing, and finally they told me everything. It turns out my son started looking out of the window and was not paying attention on the lesson. So the teacher decided to sneak up and scare him. No, you're not the a-hole. Well, it worked. He got scared, screamed, and punched her in the face. The teacher immediately ran to the nurse's office, and another teacher came into the classroom. And then my wife and I were called. That's it. There were no arguments, no fights, no anger. I said my son should definitely apologize for this, but if they really want to suspend him, I'll make sure the school faces consequences. The principal once again tried to stop me from seeing my son, so I started asking what law prevented me from doing so and whether the school status was really okay with withholding information from a parent about what their child has done. The principal ended up giving up and letting us go, but she said that we still don't know what the consequences the teacher will draw. It's now Friday, nothing has happened so far, but the teacher hasn't come to school since then. I think I did the right thing and I am ready to keep fighting if necessary, but my wife surprisingly thinks we should have just signed the papers because it was only 3 weeks. In her opinion, I made a bigger problem out of it and I misread the room. No, you're not the a-hole. You did the right thing by advocating for your son. Like, she wanted to play the prank, she wanted to scare your son, and she got what she wanted.